For over a decade, World of Warcraft players have relied on add-ons to enhance their gameplay. Tools like Plater, Big Debuffs, Omni CC, Omni Bar, and Weak R's revolutionized how players approach PvP, raiding, and dungeons. They allow players to track buffs, cooldowns, enemy abilities, and complex interactions in real time, making high-level play not only possible, but precise. Now with the upcoming Midnight expansion, Blizzard is attempting something bold and potentially disruptive, replacing community-created add-ons with in-house solutions. Early beta testers are reporting that the in-game UI is currently a mess, and what Blizzard is shipping feels almost like a Walmart version of the add-ons players know and love. Let's talk about the state of the beta UI. So players exploring the beta are already noticing major limitations. Many features that add-ons currently provide are either stripped down or absent entirely. Buff trackers, cooldown displays, and enemy ability alerts are bare bones, and essential PvP information like defensive cooldowns, critical buffs, and most team coordination cues are either hard to access or just completely missing. For healers in particular, the situation is even more challenging because players are reporting that they're overlapping their defensive cooldowns a bit more frequently, leading to more overall healing needed from your healers. And all of this is expected to change and shift every single season as Blizzard continues to iterate on its system. Really, the only silver lining is maybe by the end of the expansion, we will have a better game, but it's going to be a lot of pain first to get there. The community is responding to this with divided opinions. First thing to discuss is the skill gap debate. Some players see Blizzard's move as a chance to level the playing field. They argue that add-ons like Weak R's were almost playing the game for you, providing audio cues and visual alerts that remove the need for any sort of situational awareness. With the new system, skill and observation matter a lot more than add-on dependency, and others disagree, arguing that removing these tools will punish the okay or mid-tier players, leaving them at a disadvantage compared to the elite players who can internalize mechanics without assistance. Taking a quote from Reddit here, bad players might reach okay player if they improve their UI. Now that there's no UI, the okay players will get put in the bad category, further increasing the gap between great and good players. So while of course the elite will be able to adapt, the rest of the community may struggle, especially in complex PvP encounters where multiple cooldowns or buffs are needed to be tracked at the same time. Let's talk about how this is impacting the add-on developers. So one key point that I want to bring up is why not just collaborate with add-on developers rather than trying to essentially reinvent their work? These developers have spent years refining their add-ons to work flawlessly with WoW systems. Hiring them or integrating them could have saved time and ensured a smoother transition. Now, is the beta reality here? What are we actually seeing right now? So feedback from alpha and beta testers indicates that Blizzard's in-house UI solutions are inconsistent, incomplete, and sometimes counterintuitive. Nameplate behavior remains problematic. Players report that crucial debuffs and buffs are not displayed correctly on enemy or friendly units. This includes major PvP abilities or stun, which can be hard to track without add-ons. And then also the ability to whitelist, blacklist, or prioritize specific buffs. Core features of big debuffs are still either missing or just poorly implemented. And then also essential cooldown tracking is very underdeveloped, so add-ons like Omnibar allow players to see multiple teammates or enemies' cooldowns in one glance. And this is going to be bad for healers and tanks, especially in Mythic Plus, as it's very easy to overlap defensive cooldowns, which will create unnecessary wipes or losses in high-level PvP. And one thing that's been overlooked for a very long time for multiple expansions is PvP. It's pretty common knowledge that Blizzard does not add much to the table for PvP players every single season, and it's going to be even worse because they're actually taking things away this expansion. And while most of the focus is on the UI and add-ons, it does make you be a little bit concerned about the actual balance in PvP. And really overall, a lot of people just fear that this constant tweaking and incomplete implementation of these systems could lead to seasonal volatility. What works one season might be changed or broken in the next, mirroring past frustrations with add-on dependency, but now compounded by the limitations of Blizzard's own tools. So how can you as the player prepare for this transition? Well, number one, brace for frustration. The first few seasons of Midnight will likely feel chaotic, and you're also going to be relying a bit more on observation, and situational awareness will become more important than ever. Players will need to develop stronger in-game intuition, which may widen the gap again between highly experienced and casual players. And consider also developing a mental UI map. So without add-ons doing the heavy lifting, you're going to need to memorize abilities, buff priorities, cooldown timings. Knowing what to watch for when and where in your screen will be crucial. And players who take time to mentally map these mechanics now will adapt faster than those expecting the in-house UI to replicate add-ons perfectly. Overall, it's clear that Blizzard systems are not going to be perfect at launch, so expect some growing pains, bugs, and inconsistent functionality, and adjusting your playstyle to anticipate mechanics without add-ons, and keeping expectations realistic will make the transition less painful. If you guys enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. See you guys in the next one.